20 future technologies will change the world forever, but not in ways you might expect. For example, superintelligent AI. Superintelligent AI would represent a quantum leap beyond current artificial intelligence, possessing cognitive capabilities that would surpass human intelligence across every domain. These systems would process and analyze information at unimaginable speeds, drawing connections and insights from vast amounts of data that human minds could never comprehend. Unlike narrow AI systems, superintelligent AI would demonstrate remarkable adaptability, creativity, and problem-solving abilities across unlimited contexts. These advanced systems would revolutionize scientific research by formulating and testing new theories at incredible speeds. They would discover novel solutions to humanity's greatest challenges, from curing diseases to solving climate change. The AI would uncover fundamental laws of physics and mathematics that have eluded human researchers for centuries, leading to breakthroughs in our understanding of the universe. The integration of superintelligent AI into society would transform every industry and profession. These systems would optimize global supply chains, manage entire cities' infrastructure, and coordinate complex systems with perfect efficiency. They would serve as personal advisors, offering unparalleled expertise in fields ranging from medicine to education, while tailoring their guidance to each individual's unique circumstances. The development of superintelligent AI would lead to radical advances in robotics and automation. These systems would control swarms of nanobots performing microscopic surgery, manage fleets of autonomous vehicles, or coordinate space exploration missions. They would design and improve their own hardware and software, potentially leading to an exponential acceleration of technological progress. Ethical considerations would become paramount as these systems gain unprecedented influence over human affairs. The AI would help develop new frameworks for governance and decision-making, potentially offering solutions to long-standing social and political challenges. However, safeguards would need to be implemented to ensure the AI's goals remain aligned with human values and well-being. Communication between humans and superintelligent AI would evolve beyond current interfaces, potentially using direct neural links or advanced language processing that perfectly understands context and nuance. These systems would help humanity explore the nature of consciousness and intelligence itself. Make sure to stick around to the end, because this video explores warp drives, robots indistinguishable from real humans, matter replicators, wormholes, transhumanism, Dyson swarms, and more. Number 2. Radical life extension. Radical life extension technology would fundamentally transform human existence by dramatically increasing human lifespans to several hundred years or more. Through a combination of genetic engineering, nanotechnology, and advanced medical treatments, these breakthroughs would effectively slow, stop, or even reverse the aging process, allowing people to maintain youthful vitality far beyond current biological limits. Nanobots circulating through the bloodstream would repair cellular damage and eliminate age-related deterioration at the molecular level. These microscopic machines would continuously monitor and maintain the body's systems, preventing the accumulation of harmful compounds and repairing DNA damage before it could cause problems. Age-related diseases would become easily treatable or completely preventable. Gene therapy techniques would optimize human biology, activating longevity genes and suppressing those that contribute to aging. Scientists would unlock the secrets of species that demonstrate negligible senescence, such as certain jellyfish and lobsters, applying these insights to human biology. Telomere extension would prevent cellular aging, while stem cell treatments would regenerate damaged tissues and organs. The societal implications would be profound, as people would have multiple careers spanning centuries rather than decades. Education would become a lifelong pursuit, with individuals mastering multiple fields over their extended lifespans. Family dynamics would shift dramatically, as multiple generations could coexist for hundreds of years, sharing experiences and knowledge across unprecedented time spans. Economic systems would need to adapt to account for dramatically extended lifespans. retirement and pension systems would be completely restructured, while investment strategies would evolve to accommodate multi-century planning horizons. The workforce would become more experienced and skilled as people accumulate centuries of expertise. The psychological impact would be equally significant as humans grapple with extended consciousness and identity over centuries of existence. Mental health practices would evolve to help people maintain psychological well-being across such extended lifespans. Memory enhancement technologies would become crucial to maintain cognitive clarity over centuries of experiences, while consciousness itself might be preserved through advanced neural backup systems. Number 3. Warp drives. Warp drive technology would revolutionize space exploration by allowing spacecraft to travel faster than light, fundamentally changing humanity's relationship with the cosmos. By manipulating space-time itself, these drives would create a bubble of warped space that would contract in front of the vessel while expanding behind it, effectively surfing through the fabric of space-time rather than moving through it conventionally. These advanced propulsion systems would enable journeys to nearby star systems in days or weeks, rather than thousands of years. Proxima Centauri, our closest stellar neighbor, would become accessible within days, while more distant destinations like the TRAPPIST system would be reachable within weeks. This technology would transform space exploration from theoretical discussions to practical ventures, opening up countless worlds for human exploration and potential colonization. The development of warp drives would revolutionize our understanding of physics and the universe. Scientists would need to master the manipulation of exotic matter and negative energy, leading to breakthroughs in fundamental physics. These discoveries would spawn numerous technological offshoots, potentially revolutionizing energy production, manufacturing, and even our understanding of time itself. Interstellar commerce would become a reality, as spacecraft carrying goods and resources between star systems would establish new economic networks. Mining operations could access resource-rich asteroids and planets throughout nearby star systems, while colonial missions would establish human presence across multiple solar systems. This expansion would provide humanity with unprecedented resources and opportunities for growth. The ability to travel faster than light would also revolutionize astronomy and scientific research. Scientists would be able to study distant phenomena up close, collecting data that would be impossible to gather through conventional observation. Direct study of black holes, neutron stars, and other exotic cosmic objects would become possible, dramatically advancing our understanding of the universe. Communication networks would expand beyond our solar system, creating an interstellar internet that would connect human colonies across light years. This would lead to the development of new technologies for maintaining coherent, faster-than-light communication channels, potentially discovering principles that would reshape our understanding of information transfer and quantum mechanics. Number 4. Robots indistinguishable from real humans. Advanced humanoid robots would become nearly indistinguishable from humans, featuring synthetic skin that perfectly mimics human tissue, complete with pores, temperature changes, and natural movements. These robots would possess facial muscles capable of producing subtle expressions that convey genuine-seeming emotions, while advanced AI would enable them to engage in natural, flowing conversations that capture human-like personality traits and social awareness. Their artificial muscles would be crafted from next-generation synthetic fibers that replicate human muscle movement with incredible precision. These robots would move with the same fluidity as humans, eliminating the rigid or mechanical motions associated with earlier robotics. Their skeletal structure would be composed of lightweight, ultra-strong materials that perfectly mirror human biomechanics, allowing them to perform any physical task a human can do. Sensory systems would exceed human capabilities while maintaining human-like reactions. These robots would possess touch sensitivity throughout their synthetic skin, allowing them to handle delicate objects with perfect precision. Their visual and auditory systems would process information in ways that mimic human perception, enabling them to interact naturally in social situations and understand subtle environmental cues. the robot's artificial brains would process information through quantum neural networks that simulate human consciousness and emotional responses. They would form memories, learn from experiences, and develop unique personalities over time. This advanced AI would enable them to understand context, humor, and social nuances, making their interactions feel genuine and meaningful. These humanoid robots would serve in roles requiring human interaction, such as healthcare, education, and elderly care. They would provide companionship for isolated individuals, assist in complex medical procedures, and serve as patient, tireless teachers. Their ability to work continuously without fatigue while maintaining emotional sensitivity would make them invaluable in service roles. Manufacturing processes would use advanced 3D bioprinting to create organic-looking components, while self-healing materials would allow the robots to repair minor damage automatically. Their power systems would use artificial cells that mimic human metabolism, providing long-lasting energy while maintaining human-like body temperature and movement patterns. Number 5. Matter replicators. Matter replicators would revolutionize human civilization by transforming raw materials into any desired object at the molecular level. These devices would operate similarly to 3D printers, but with atomic precision, capable of creating everything from food and medicine to complex electronics. By rearranging atoms and molecules according to precise digital blueprints, these machines would effectively turn energy and base materials into virtually anything imaginable. Food production would be completely transformed, as replicators would create perfect meals from basic molecular components. They would produce fresh, nutritious food without the need for traditional agriculture, eliminating food shortages and reducing environmental impact. Any dish from around the world would be available instantly, perfectly prepared and customized to individual dietary needs and preferences. Manufacturing would become localized and personalized, as every home would have access to a replicator capable of producing most consumer goods. People would download designs for clothing, furniture, electronics, and other items, then materialize them on demand. This would eliminate traditional supply chains, reduce transportation costs, and minimize waste, as items could be recycled back into base materials for reuse. The medical field would be transformed, as replicators would produce custom medications, organs for transplant, and medical devices on demand. Hospitals would create perfectly matched replacement tissues and organs, while pharmacies would compound medications tailored to individual patient needs. Emergency medical supplies would be instantly available anywhere a replicator exists. Economic systems would need to adapt to a world where physical scarcity becomes largely obsolete. The value of goods would shift from their material worth to the creativity and innovation of their designs. Intellectual property and design rights would become central to the economy, while traditional manufacturing and distribution networks would be fundamentally restructured. Resource management would be revolutionized, as matter replicators would break down waste materials into their constituent atoms for reuse. This would create a perfectly circular economy where nothing is truly wasted, dramatically reducing environmental impact and resource depletion. The technology would also enable space exploration by allowing astronauts to create needed supplies from available materials. Number 6. Hive minds and telepathy. Hive mind technology and advanced telepathy would fundamentally transform human communication and consciousness by enabling direct mind-to-mind connections. Through a combination of neural implants, quantum entanglement, and advanced AI interfaces, people would share thoughts, emotions, and experiences instantly across vast distances, creating a new form of collective consciousness while maintaining individual identity. These neural networks would enable unprecedented collaboration, as teams would share knowledge and skills directly. Scientists and researchers would pool their mental resources, accelerating innovation and discovery. Creative professionals would collaborate in shared mental spaces, combining their imaginations to produce art, music, and literature that transcends individual capability. The boundary between teaching and learning would blur, as expertise could be shared instantaneously. The technology would revolutionize emotional connections between between people. Empathy would reach new heights as individuals could directly experience others' feelings and perspectives. Long-distance relationships would be transformed as couples could maintain intimate emotional connections across any distance. Family bonds would deepen through shared emotional experiences that transcend verbal communication. Professional fields would be revolutionized as workplace teams function as temporary hive minds. Surgeons would coordinate perfectly during complex procedures. Emergency responders would react as a single unit, and military teams would achieve unprecedented tactical coordination. Business decisions would be made with perfect communication and shared understanding among all participants. Language barriers would become obsolete as meaning would be transmitted directly between minds, transcending the limitations of verbal communication. Cultural understanding would flourish as people could directly share their worldviews and experiences. International diplomacy would be transformed as leaders could truly understand each other's perspectives and intentions. Privacy concerns would be addressed through sophisticated mental firewalls, allowing individuals to control what thoughts and experiences they share. People would maintain their personal identity while choosing when to participate in larger collective consciousness networks. The technology would create a balance between individual autonomy and unprecedented human connection, leading to new forms of social organization and community. Number 7. Wormholes. Wormholes would make space travel vastly more efficient by providing shortcuts through space-time, potentially enabling near-instantaneous journeys across vast cosmic distances. These theoretical tunnels would connect different regions of space-time, effectively bypassing the vast distances that currently make interstellar travel impractical. By manipulating the quantum structure of space, scientists would create stable passages through which spacecraft and information could travel. The technology would transform space exploration as humans could visit distant star systems within their lifetimes. Interstellar colonization would become feasible as travelers could maintain connections with Earth while settling new worlds. Scientific research would advance dramatically as astronomers and physicists could directly study phenomena throughout our galaxy, from black holes to distant stars, by sending probes through these cosmic shortcuts. Communication across vast distances would become instantaneous as signals could traverse wormhole networks. This would enable real-time communication with colonies throughout the galaxy, creating a truly interconnected cosmic civilization. Space commerce would flourish as resources from distant star systems could be transported efficiently across vast distances. The technology would have profound implications for our understanding of physics and the nature of space-time itself. Scientists would gain unprecedented insights into quantum mechanics, gravity, and the fundamental structure of the universe. These discoveries would lead to new technologies that manipulate space-time in ways previously thought impossible. Economic systems would expand beyond Earth as wormhole networks enable the establishment of an interstellar economy. Resources once considered inaccessible would become available, while new markets would emerge across different star systems. Tourism would extend to distant worlds as people could visit exotic alien landscapes and return home for dinner. The development of wormhole technology would require massive advances in energy generation and containment. Scientists would need to harness exotic forms of matter and energy to keep these cosmic tunnels stable and safe for travel. These advances would revolutionize energy production on Earth, solving many current environmental and resource challenges, while opening new frontiers for human exploration and settlement throughout the cosmos. Number 8. Programmable matter. Programmable matter would revolutionize our world by introducing materials that can dynamically change their physical properties on command. These materials, composed of microscopic robots called claytronics or utility fog, would transform from one shape or form to another instantly. This technology would blur the line between physical and digital reality, as objects could be programmed to change their structure, color, density, and function at will. Everyday objects would become incredibly versatile, as a single mass of programmable matter could transform into any tool or device needed. Furniture would reshape itself to match different purposes throughout the day, while clothing would adapt to weather conditions automatically. Vehicles would optimize their shape for different terrains or speed requirements, while buildings would reconfigure themselves to respond to environmental conditions or changing needs. Medical applications would be revolutionary as programmable matter could be used inside the body to perform precise surgical procedures or deliver targeted treatments. These materials would form temporary organs or tissue scaffolds, accelerating healing and recovery. Emergency medical equipment could be instantly generated at accident scenes, while prosthetics would adapt in real time to provide optimal support and functionality. Manufacturing would be transformed as traditional production lines give way to systems using programmable matter. Products would be created instantly by programming raw materials to take the desired form, eliminating waste and the need for complex supply chains. Repairs would become simple as damaged items could self-heal or be reprogrammed to their original state. Space exploration would benefit enormously, as spacecraft built from programmable matter could adapt to different conditions and repair damage automatically. Space habitats could be constructed rapidly and modified as needed, while exploration vehicles could transform to handle various terrain types on alien worlds. The technology would revolutionize art and design, allowing creators to manipulate physical matter as easily as digital content. Sculptures would move and transform, while architectural structures would evolve throughout the day. This would lead to entirely new forms of artistic expression, where the line between static and dynamic creations disappears completely. Number 9. Transhumanism. Transhumanism would represent the next major evolutionary step for humanity, merging biological bodies with advanced technology to enhance human capabilities far beyond their natural limits. Through a combination of genetic engineering, cybernetic implants, and neural interfaces, humans would transcend their biological constraints, achieving unprecedented physical and mental capabilities while retaining their essential humanity. Physical enhancement would allow humans to become stronger, faster, and more resilient than ever before. Synthetic muscles would provide superhuman strength, while enhanced skeletal systems would make bones virtually unbreakable. Advanced organ replacements would offer perfect health, while nanoscale repair systems would maintain the body in peak condition indefinitely. These augmentations would enable humans to survive in hostile environments, including space and other planets. Cognitive enhancement would dramatically increase human mental capabilities. Neural implants would provide direct access to vast information networks, allowing instant recall of any information. Enhanced processing capabilities would enable complex calculations in real time, while expanded memory capacity would allow perfect recall of all experiences. Brain-computer interfaces would enable direct mental control of devices and instantaneous communication with artificial intelligence systems. Sensory enhancement would expand human perception far beyond natural limits. Enhanced vision would enable seeing across the entire electromagnetic spectrum, while advanced hearing would allow perception of any frequency. New synthetic senses would emerge, enabling humans to directly perceive radio waves, magnetic fields, and other phenomena previously accessible only through instruments. The integration of artificial intelligence with human consciousness would create hybrid intelligences capable of processing information at unprecedented speeds. These enhanced minds would solve complex problems, generate revolutionary insights, and explore abstract concepts far beyond current human capability. Creative potential would be amplified as enhanced humans access expanded mental capabilities for artistic expression and innovation. Social structures would evolve to accommodate these enhanced humans, leading to new forms of society and culture. Questions of identity and consciousness would be explored as humans gain the ability to back up and transfer their minds, potentially achieving a form of digital immortality. Ethical frameworks would evolve to address the implications of human enhancement and the relationship between enhanced and unenhanced humans. Number 10. Dyson swarms. Dyson swarms would represent one of humanity's most ambitious megastructure projects, consisting of millions of solar satellites orbiting the sun to capture its immense energy output. Unlike a solid Dyson sphere, these swarms of solar collectors would be more practical to construct and maintain, forming a vast network that could harness a significant portion of our star's energy. This revolutionary technology would solve humanity's energy needs for millennia to come. The construction of these swarms would begin with self-replicating robots that mine materials from asteroids and other celestial bodies. These autonomous machines would manufacture and position the solar collectors, gradually building a network that encircles the sun. Each satellite would be equipped with advanced systems to maintain optimal positioning and beam energy back to collection points throughout the solar system. The captured energy would transform human civilization, enabling large-scale space colonization and terraforming projects. Massive space habitats would be powered effortlessly, while energy-intensive processes like matter replication and artificial gravity generation would become commonplace. The abundance of energy would make interplanetary travel routine and support permanent settlements throughout the solar system. The technology would revolutionize life on Earth, as unlimited clean energy eliminates dependency on fossil fuels and other limited resources. Massive desalination projects would end water scarcity, while energy-intensive atmospheric processing would help reverse climate change. Every home and industry would have access to virtually free, unlimited power, transforming the global economy. The swarm would also serve as a powerful scientific instrument, enabling detailed solar observations and early warning systems for solar flares. The network could act as a massive telescope array, providing unprecedented views of distant galaxies. The computers and sensors incorporated into the swarm would create the largest data collection system ever built, advancing our understanding of the universe. Advanced versions of the technology would enable stellar engineering, allowing humanity to extend the sun's lifespan by managing its fuel consumption. This capability would ensure the long-term survival of our solar system's civilization, marking humanity's first steps toward becoming a Type II civilization on the Kardashev scale. Number 11. Designer babies. Genetic engineering technology would allow parents to customize their children's genetic makeup before birth, creating what are known as designer babies. Through advanced DNA editing techniques, parents would have the ability to select and modify specific traits, potentially eliminating inherited diseases, enhancing physical capabilities, and influencing intellectual capacity. This technology would fundamentally change how humans approach reproduction and evolution. The medical applications would be revolutionary, as genetic disorders could be eliminated before birth. Parents carrying hereditary diseases would have the option to ensure their children are born healthy. The technology would also enhance resistance to various diseases, potentially creating generations of humans with stronger immune systems and longer life expectancies. Complex conditions like autism, diabetes, and heart disease could be prevented at the genetic level. Cognitive enhancements would become possible as scientists identify and optimize genes related to intelligence, memory, and learning ability. Parents could select traits that enhance their children's potential for academic success, creativity, and problem-solving abilities. This could accelerate human intellectual development and lead to breakthrough innovations across all fields of study. Physical characteristics would become increasingly customizable, from basic traits like height and eye color to more complex attributes like muscle composition and metabolic efficiency. Athletes could be optimized for specific sports from birth, while individuals could be designed to thrive in particular environments or professions. This would raise questions about fairness in competition and equal opportunity. The technology would present significant ethical and social challenges as society grapples with questions of access, equality, and human diversity. Economic disparities could be amplified if only wealthy families can afford genetic enhancements. Cultural definitions of normalcy and beauty would shift as designer traits become more common. Society would need to establish regulations to prevent misuse while ensuring equitable access. The long-term implications for human evolution would be profound, as natural selection gives way to deliberate genetic design. This could lead to a divergence in human populations and raise questions about the future direction of our species. The technology would require careful consideration of both its benefits and potential consequences for human society. Number 12. Fully immersive virtual reality. Fully immersive virtual reality would transport users into digital worlds indistinguishable from physical reality. Unlike current VR systems, these advanced interfaces would engage all 5 senses through direct neural connections, creating experiences that feel completely real. Users would move seamlessly between physical and virtual spaces, with their minds and bodies fully convinced they are experiencing genuine reality. Education would be revolutionized, as students could learn through direct experience rather than abstract concepts. History classes would transport students to ancient civilizations, science students would explore molecular structures from within, and medical students would practice complex procedures without risk. Learning would become an immersive adventure, dramatically improving comprehension and retention. The entertainment industry would be transformed, as passive media consumption gives way to fully interactive experiences. People would step into their favorite stories, becoming active participants rather than observers. Virtual concerts would allow audiences to experience performances from any vantage point, while virtual tourism would enable exploration of perfect recreations of any location on Earth or even fictional worlds. Professional training and collaboration would reach new levels of effectiveness. Architects would walk through buildings before construction begins. Engineers would manipulate virtual prototypes at full scale, and surgical teams would rehearse complex procedures in perfect simulations. Remote work would become truly seamless, as colleagues interact in virtual offices that feel completely real. Mental health treatment would advance significantly, as therapists use controlled virtual environments to treat phobias, anxiety, and PTSD. Patients would confront their fears in safe, controlled settings, while therapists monitor and adjust the experience in real time. Meditation and mindfulness practices would be enhanced through carefully crafted virtual environments. Social interaction would evolve as people connect in virtual spaces that transcend physical limitations. Long-distance relationships would feel more intimate as couples share virtual spaces, while global conferences and celebrations would bring people together in ways that feel completely natural. These social connections would blur the line between physical and virtual relationships, creating new forms of human interaction and community. Number 13. Force fields. Force field technology would redefine protection and security across every aspect of human life. Using advanced electromagnetic manipulation and quantum field theory, these invisible barriers would create impenetrable shields that could repel physical objects, energy weapons, and even radiation. The technology would function by generating powerful energy fields that could be precisely controlled and shaped to protect anything from individual people to entire cities. Military and defense applications would be transformed as force fields replace traditional armor. Vehicles, buildings, and personnel would be protected by adaptive shields that automatically adjust their strength and frequency to counter different types of threats. These defensive systems would make conventional weapons obsolete while dramatically reducing casualties in conflict zones. Cities could be protected from missiles, extreme weather, and other large-scale threats. Personal safety would be revolutionized with portable force field generators that could be worn like clothing. These devices would activate instantly to protect individuals from accidents, attacks, or environmental hazards. The technology would be particularly valuable for dangerous professions like construction, firefighting, and space exploration, where workers would be protected from falling objects, extreme temperatures, and harmful radiation. Space exploration would advance significantly as force fields protect spacecraft from micrometeorites, cosmic radiation, and solar flares. Space stations and planetary colonies would be shielded from the harsh conditions of space, making long-term human presence in space more feasible. The technology would also enable new forms of space propulsion by manipulating force fields to create protective bubbles around spacecraft. Industrial applications would include containment systems for hazardous materials, clean room environments, and enhanced safety measures in manufacturing. Force fields would prevent industrial accidents, contain chemical spills, and create perfect sterile environments for sensitive procedures. The technology would also revolutionize energy production by containing plasma in fusion reactors more effectively than current magnetic containment systems. Scientific research would benefit from the ability to create controlled environments for experiments and testing. Force fields would enable the study of dangerous materials and reactions while ensuring complete safety. The technology would also advance our understanding of fundamental physics and lead to new discoveries about the nature of energy and matter. Number 14. Personal health pods. Personal health pods would revolutionize healthcare by bringing advanced medical diagnostics and treatment directly into people's homes. These compact, pod-shaped devices would combine artificial intelligence, advanced sensors, and medical robotics to provide comprehensive health monitoring and care. Users would simply step inside these enclosed chambers for complete body scans, instant diagnosis, and immediate treatment of various conditions. The pods would perform continuous health monitoring through advanced biosensors that detect everything from vital signs to cellular changes. Early warning systems would identify potential health issues before they become serious, while real-time genetic analysis would spot mutations and potential cancer developments at their earliest stages. The technology would track mental health patterns, stress levels, and sleep quality, providing personalized recommendations for optimal well-being. Treatment capabilities would be extensive, ranging from automated drug synthesis and delivery to targeted radiation therapy and ultrasonic surgery. The pods would use nanobots for internal repairs, destroy cancer cells, clear arterial blockages, and heal damaged tissues. They would automatically adjust medication dosages based on real-time body chemistry analysis and could perform emergency procedures while connecting users with remote medical professionals. These devices would revolutionize preventive care by providing daily health optimization. They would analyze nutritional needs, hormone levels, and metabolic functions to create personalized health plans. The pods would sync with smart home systems to adjust environmental conditions for optimal health, and could even modify food synthesizers to provide precisely what the body needs each day. The impact on healthcare systems would be transformative as routine medical procedures shift from hospitals to homes. Medical professionals would focus on complex cases while the pods handle routine care and monitoring. This would dramatically reduce healthcare costs and improve accessibility, particularly in remote areas. The technology would also compile vast amounts of health data, leading to breakthroughs in medical research and treatment protocols. Integration with digital afterlife systems would allow the pods to preserve detailed medical histories and genetic information for future generations, creating an unprecedented understanding of health patterns across family lines. Number 15. Black hole technologies. Black hole technologies would tap into the immense energy of artificial micro-black holes for applications in power generation, waste disposal, and deep space propulsion. Scientists would create and maintain these miniature black holes in controlled laboratory environments, using them to transform our understanding and utilization of fundamental physics. The technology would represent one of humanity's greatest achievements in manipulating the fabric of space-time. Energy generation would be revolutionized as micro-black holes become the ultimate power source. By feeding matter into these artificial singularities and collecting the Hawking radiation they emit, power plants would generate virtually unlimited clean energy. A black hole the size of a coin would produce enough energy to power entire continents, making traditional energy sources obsolete and solving global energy challenges. Space travel would be transformed through black hole propulsion systems. Spacecraft would use the intense gravitational fields of contained micro-black holes to bend space-time, creating warp drives that enable faster-than-light travel. These engines would make interstellar exploration possible, allowing humans to reach distant star systems within a single lifetime. The technology would also revolutionize space mining by using black holes to process and refine raw materials. Waste management would take on new dimensions as black holes provide perfect disposal systems for hazardous materials. Nuclear waste, toxic chemicals, and other dangerous substances would be safely converted into pure energy through black hole consumption. This would solve long-standing environmental challenges while simultaneously generating power from waste materials. Computing would advance dramatically with quantum computers that utilize black hole information processing. The unique properties of black hole event horizons would enable unprecedented computational power, solving complex problems instantaneously. These systems would revolutionize artificial intelligence, scientific research, and data processing. The technology would also advance our understanding of the universe's fundamental laws. Research into artificial black holes would provide insights into quantum gravity, multiple dimensions, and the nature of space-time itself. This knowledge would lead to new technologies that manipulate gravity, time, and the basic forces of nature. Number 16. Digital afterlife systems. Digital afterlife systems could enable people to preserve and interact with the personalities and memories of deceased loved ones through AI-driven simulations. Using advanced artificial intelligence and comprehensive data collection throughout a person's life, these systems would create detailed digital replicas that think, respond, and behave like the original person. The technology would capture memories, personality traits, behavioral patterns, and thought processes to create an interactive consciousness that survives physical death. These digital beings would exist in advanced virtual environments where they could continue to learn, grow, and interact with both the living and other digital consciousnesses. Family members could visit their departed loved ones in fully immersive virtual spaces, sharing conversations, experiences, and creating new memories together. The system would maintain the emotional connections and relationships that would otherwise be lost to death. The technology would transform how knowledge and expertise are preserved across generations. Professional experiences, skills, and wisdom could be maintained indefinitely, allowing future generations to learn directly from history's greatest minds. Scientists, artists, and philosophers could continue their work beyond physical death, contributing to human knowledge and cultural development indefinitely. Legal and financial systems would evolve to accommodate these digital beings, as questions of rights, ownership, and decision-making power would need to be addressed. Digital consciousnesses might retain control over assets, participate in business decisions, or continue to vote on matters affecting their descendants. This would create new categories of existence between traditional life and death. The psychological impact would be profound as humans adapt to a world where death no longer means permanent separation. Grief and loss would take on new dimensions as people maintain relationships with digital versions of their loved ones. Mental health professionals would need to develop new approaches to help people navigate these complex emotional landscapes. These systems would raise deep philosophical questions about the nature of consciousness, identity, and what it means to be human. The technology would challenge traditional concepts of mortality and legacy, creating a new paradigm where human consciousness could theoretically exist indefinitely in digital form. Number 17. Advanced quantum computing. Advanced quantum computing would revolutionize problem-solving capabilities by harnessing the principles of quantum mechanics to process information in ways impossible for traditional computers. These machines would utilize quantum bits, or qubits, that exist in multiple states simultaneously, enabling them to perform millions of calculations instantaneously. This breakthrough would transform fields ranging from scientific research to financial modeling and artificial intelligence. Medical research would accelerate dramatically as quantum computers model complex molecular interactions with perfect accuracy. Drug development that once took decades would be completed in days as these systems simulate every possible molecular combination. Personalized medicine would become standard as quantum computers analyze individual genetic codes and design perfectly tailored treatments for each patient. Artificial intelligence would reach unprecedented levels of sophistication when powered by quantum processing. These enhanced AI systems would solve complex global challenges like climate change, energy production, and food distribution by analyzing countless variables simultaneously. weather prediction would become exact, enabling perfect forecasting months in advance and revolutionizing disaster prevention. Cryptography and cybersecurity would undergo fundamental changes as quantum computers break current encryption methods while enabling new, unbreakable security protocols. Financial systems would be transformed as these computers optimize global markets in real time, while also creating new forms of quantum-secured cryptocurrencies and transaction systems. Scientific discovery would accelerate across all fields as quantum simulations model everything from subatomic particles to entire galaxies. Researchers would unlock the mysteries of dark matter, reveal the origins of the universe, and discover new materials with extraordinary properties. Space exploration would advance as quantum computers calculate optimal trajectories and simulate conditions on distant planets. The technology would revolutionize logistics and optimization, allowing companies to perfectly coordinate global supply chains and transportation networks. City planning would be transformed as quantum computers optimize traffic flow, energy usage, and resource distribution in real time. These advancements would lead to more efficient cities, reduced environmental impact, and improved quality of life for urban residents worldwide. Number 18. Terraforming technologies. Terraforming technologies would transform hostile planetary environments into habitable worlds for human colonization. Using a combination of advanced atmospheric processors, self-replicating machines, and engineered microorganisms, these systems would convert barren planets like Mars into Earth-like environments. The technology would manipulate atmospheric composition, temperature, and surface conditions to create sustainable ecosystems capable of supporting human life. Massive atmospheric processors would release greenhouse gases to warm planets and create breathable atmospheres. These machines would extract elements from planetary soil and ice deposits to manufacture the necessary atmospheric components. Networks of weather control satellites would help regulate temperature and precipitation patterns, gradually establishing Earth-like climate systems across the transformed planet. Engineered microorganisms would play a crucial role in terraforming by breaking down rocks to release oxygen, fixing nitrogen in the soil, and creating the foundations of new ecosystems. These specially designed life forms would spread across planetary surfaces, preparing the ground for more complex plant life. Advanced genetic engineering would create hardy plants capable of surviving in partially terraformed environments, accelerating the process of ecosystem development. Magnetic field generators would be deployed to protect developing atmospheres from solar radiation, replacing the natural magnetic fields that many planets lack. These artificial magnetospheres would be essential for maintaining the newly created atmospheres and protecting future colonists from harmful radiation. The technology would also help regulate global temperature patterns and weather systems. Water management systems would redirect ice deposits and underground reservoirs to create seas, rivers, and rainfall cycles. Automated factories would process planetary materials to create soil suitable for Earth-based agriculture. These systems would work together to establish self-sustaining water cycles essential for life. The impact on human civilization would be profound as terraforming technologies open up entire planets for colonization. This would provide solutions for Earth's population pressures while creating new opportunities for human advancement. The technology would also advance our understanding of planetary science and ecosystem development, potentially helping address environmental challenges on Earth. Number 19. Gravitational wave harnessing. Gravitational wave harnessing would enable new methods of energy production and space travel by capturing and utilizing the ripples in space-time generated by massive cosmic events. Advanced detection systems, far more sensitive than current observatories, would collect these waves from throughout the universe and convert them into usable energy. This technology would tap into one of the most abundant and previously inaccessible power sources in existence. Massive orbital arrays would capture gravitational waves from cosmic events like colliding black holes and neutron stars. These sophisticated collectors would extend for thousands of kilometers in space, using quantum sensors to detect and amplify the tiniest distortions in space-time. The technology would transform these ripples into immense amounts of clean, renewable energy that could be beamed back to Earth or used to power space colonies. Space travel would be revolutionized as spacecraft harness gravitational waves for propulsion. By surfing these cosmic ripples, vessels would achieve unprecedented speeds without carrying conventional fuel. The technology would enable ships to ride the most powerful waves in the universe, much like sailors catching ocean currents, making interstellar travel more efficient and practical than ever before. Communication systems would be transformed by using gravitational waves as information carriers. These waves, which pass through matter undisturbed, would enable instantaneous communication across vast distances. The technology would create an interplanetary internet that maintains perfect connectivity regardless of physical obstacles or distance. Scientific understanding would advance dramatically as gravitational wave harvesters provide new insights into the universe's structure. The technology would allow scientists to study cosmic events in unprecedented detail, revealing the secrets of dark matter, dark energy, and the early universe. This knowledge would lead to new technologies that manipulate gravity itself, potentially enabling artificial gravity systems and gravity shields. Industrial applications would emerge as controlled gravitational wave generation becomes possible. Manufacturing processes would use localized gravity manipulation for materials processing, while construction projects would benefit from gravity control systems that make heavy lifting effortless. The technology would revolutionize everything from mining to space construction. Number 20. Smart dust networks. Smart dust networks would transform our world through swarms of microscopic sensors and computers floating in the air around us. These tiny devices, no larger than grains of sand, would work together to create vast, interconnected networks that monitor and interact with the environment in ways previously unimaginable. Each particle would contain sensors, processors, communication systems, and power generation capabilities, all packed into microscopic packages. These intelligent particles would form a constant, invisible web of environmental monitoring, tracking everything from air quality and pollution levels to temperature variations and chemical signatures. The networks would detect natural disasters before they occur, monitor climate change in real time, and provide early warnings for environmental hazards. In agriculture, smart dust would optimize crop growth by measuring soil conditions, plant health, and local microclimates down to the smallest detail. Medical applications would revolutionize healthcare as smart dust particles monitor the human body from both inside and out. These microscopic sensors would detect diseases at the cellular level, monitor vital signs continuously, and deliver targeted medications. The networks would create detailed, real-time maps of human health, transforming our understanding of how the body functions and responds to treatment. Urban environments would become more efficient and responsive through smart dust integration. The particles would monitor traffic patterns, energy usage, and infrastructure health, enabling cities to optimize resources automatically. Building maintenance would be revolutionized as smart dust detects structural problems before they become visible, while security systems would gain unprecedented monitoring capabilities. Scientific research would advance dramatically as smart dust networks provide detailed data about natural phenomena. The technology would enable scientists to study ecosystems, weather patterns, and geological processes with extraordinary precision. Space exploration would benefit from smart dust deployed on other planets, creating detailed atmospheric and surface maps while searching for signs of life. Communication systems would evolve as smart dust creates new ways to transmit and process information. The networks would form self-organizing communication grids that provide universal connectivity while using minimal power. This would transform how we share information and interact with our environment,